Now we can see that the composition already has a camera and a light set up for us. If we type F10 on the keyboard, we'll get our front view showing the camera's point of interest in relationship to the car. If I click on the car's body center, here we can see that the car's body center is over in the center of the screen while the camera's point of interest is over here. In order to see the camera's wireframe continuously, we'll go up into our composition window, then choose our view options. In our view options, you'll want to make sure that the camera wireframes are turned to on and the spotlight wireframes are also turned to on. If they are set to default or when selected, and we press OK, we'll only see the camera's wireframe when the camera is selected, or we'll only see the light's wireframes when the light is selected. By modifying this menu here and changing our view options so that the camera wireframes are always seen and the light's wireframes are always seen, then we can see those in our scene regardless of whether that camera is selected or not. So we can see them in our custom views. We'll use F11 to see another custom view and use the Orbit tool, which is C on the keyboard, to orbit around our scene. Here we can see that the camera is currently looking at the car. If we use F12 to look through our camera and see our active view, we see the car in the center of our composition. However, if we create a quick animation by changing the position of the car's body center, we can potentially move this out of frame. We'll do that by typing P on the keyboard to open up the position parameter. Next, we'll use the selection tool, or V on the keyboard, to move this back in frame. By typing End on the keyboard to navigate to the end of the composition, we'll click and drag on the position and drag the car outside of the view of the camera. By clicking and dragging in the timeline, we can see what this animation might look like. The camera is currently looking in an area close to where the car is, but not looking directly at the car as it leaves frame. As we've seen, the camera has different properties than a normal 3D layer. If we select it, then type A on the keyboard, we can see that rather than having an anchor point, the camera has a point of interest. The point of interest can be expressed just like any of the other transformations. Again, I'll use the Alt key or the Option key on a Mac, then click on the stopwatch. This creates a dialog box for me to type in my expression. Or I can simply click and drag from the pick whip for the expression of the point of interest on the camera to the position of the car's body center. I'll use Enter on the number pad to accept it, and now when scrubbing through this animation, I can see that the camera is focusing on the car as it passes. There's also a spotlight in the scene. By turning off Draft 3D, we can see the shadows that are currently being cast on all of the layers that make up this car and the floor layer that sits underneath the car. Similar to a camera, a spotlight also has a point of interest. Again, by typing A on the keyboard, we can open up that point of interest. For the point of interest for the light, I'll simply hold down the Alt key or the Option key on the Mac, then click on the stopwatch, and drag from the pick whip down to the position for the car's body center. I'll use Enter on the number pad, and now not only will the camera follow the car, but the light will follow the car as well. Because the point of interest changes the angle on both the camera and the light in the scene, by expressing this one parameter, we're effectively also changing its rotation in the scene.